Hello, everyone. It's Yoko. In this channel, I'll be sharing information in English that I've gathered on events happening in China, which might not be widely covered in other countries. I collect information from various media, so I'd appreciate your comments on the video content. Also, English is not my native language, so I'm using an AI speaker to read in English. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and show your support. Now, let me introduce you to the wild world of China. In yesterday's content, I discussed the issues related to the Knockout Group, combining problems with Caodai Group and Country Garden. I mentioned that these issues are larger than the combined problems of Caodai Group and Country Garden. However, looking at the information currently reported, Knockout's debt is not as high as 300 billion yuan. For example, according to Bloomberg, even generously estimating the debt excess, it would be around 2.66 trillion yuan, or approximately 5.2 trillion yen. Now, talking about Country Garden's debt excess, it's around 11.6 trillion yuan, and this could further worsen. So, the question is, why is Knockout's problem more significant than Country Garden when looking at the numbers? This is a valid question and the most crucial one, so let's delve into this mystery. The information presented now is just a part of the story, and there's more to unfold. Firstly, let's look at the complexity and difficulty in understanding the Knockout Group. This diagram roughly summarizes many companies included in the Knockout Group. This is not all of them, but there are approximately this many major companies. The default issue in August was related to one of these companies, specifically the New Trust. Now, let's talk about the scale of this one company. According to Bloomberg, the New had assets of 600 billion yuan as of August. This contrasts with Knockout's total assets, which are between 420 billion to 460 billion yuan, with liabilities reported at 200 billion yuan. Therefore, the assets of the New Trust are strangely less than Knockout's total assets. This is the financial information disclosed by Knockout and does not represent the entire Knockout Group. The overall situation of the Knockout Group is not clear at the moment. Looking at debt, Knockout's reported figure is 3.2 trillion yuan or 32,000 billion yuan, approximately 7.47 trillion yen. This figure differs from what was mentioned in a previous Bloomberg article. Currently, Knockout's reported debt is just a part of the group, and the entire situation of the Knockout Group is not clear. Country Garden is said to have a total debt of around 4.8 trillion yuan. So, in terms of debt, Knockout seems to have more. However, what's crucial for creditors is whether assets exceed liabilities. As mentioned earlier, Country Garden Group already had no debt excess and had a debt excess of 11.6 trillion yen as of July. However, according to a Nikkei article on August 29, the debt excess has increased to 13 trillion yen. This could possibly be due to the influence of exchange rates. In any case, when comparing debts, Knockout seems larger. However, Knockout appears to have more assets compared to Country Garden. Nevertheless, the reason Chinese creditors are treating this as a battleground is because companies tend to overvalue assets when assessing them. For instance, even if there are receivables with no prospect of repayment, companies might include them to make their assets look larger. In reality, the company might not have as many assets as claimed. This is the concern and crucial issue that Chinese creditors are grappling with. By the way, the claims regarding Knockout's debt have raised a wide range of questions. This includes loans to Country Garden, casting doubt on the actual value of their assets. Even if they claim to possess assets, it's uncertain whether those assets truly hold value. The current statement from Knockout suggests that the debt excess they are talking about might increase significantly in the future. In essence, there's a possibility that much of the debt may not be repaid at all. In the case of real estate companies, assets often include physical properties, ensuring they retain some inherent value. However, for Knockout holding debt in the form of receivables means that if they cannot collect it upon maturity, it's essentially the same as becoming zero for the creditors. This is a significant concern from both the perspective of total liabilities and the nature of assets. In fact, the issues surrounding this matter have recently started to be reported in Japanese media. However, the actual situation might be even more complicated. Speaking of complexity, Knockout Group is considered a mysterious conglomerate in China, and this adds another layer of intrigue to the unfolding situation. The founders of this company, two brothers surnamed Ka, were at the top of the organization. Unfortunately, one of them, aged 61, passed away in December 2021, and the circumstances surrounding his death remain unclear. Officially, it's attributed to illness, but various speculations, including murder and suicide, have arisen. These speculations are linked to the mysterious nature of the Knockout Group. The origins of Knockout's wealth trace back to illegal activities, specifically unauthorized logging, which they conducted in regions not highly developed economically but rich in timber resources. While such operations would typically attract legal repercussions, Knockout managed to avoid scrutiny. This raises suspicions of collaboration with local authorities or possibly higher political figures. As the group ventured into the financial business, it became entangled with government authorities, especially within the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The success of such businesses in China often requires strong connections within the CCP. Knockout's dealings might involve intricate relationships with party members, possibly forming a sort of interest-sharing community. Notably, Knockout's story is intertwined with a broader context of similar corporate entities in China, labeled as K groups. These groups are known to create profit-sharing communities within the Communist Party. While some details about these connections are known for other groups, Knockout remains enigmatic, adding to the complexity of the overall situation. The founder of Knockout had connections within the CCP and accumulated substantial wealth through the timber business. However, the transition into finance raised questions about how they managed to navigate such a highly regulated sector without strong political affiliations. The recent focus on Knockout stems from its significant presence in the financial sector, and the uncertainties surrounding its operations have led to intensified scrutiny. Despite recent coverage in Japanese media, the full extent of Knockout's connections and activities remains elusive. The lack of concrete information raises the possibility that certain influential figures within the CCP might be involved or impacted, leading to the limited disclosure of information. In conclusion, while the Knockout Group's financial challenges are gaining attention in Japanese media, the intricacies of its operations and the mysterious background of its founders make it a compelling and, at times, elusive subject of investigation. If there are further developments or insights, I will share them with you on this channel. That concludes our discussion for today. Until next time, take care.